Hello and welcome to Niger Infusions. Today I am preparing Ofada sauce. So I've got peppers, fresh tomatoes, scotch bonnet, crayfish, some seeded dry peppers, iru, which I love to wash before using my assorted meat. You can use fish, whatever protein you prefer, even chicken, oil, eggs, as well as chicken jumbo for seasoning. So these are the ingredients. I prefer to use the long pepper compared to using the bell peppers. So to get started, you want to wash it. The reason I use the long pepper is because they are more tangy compared to the round peppers, which are sweet. They are really better in salad, but we use it for stew anyway. So you need onions as well. Sorry, it wasn't in the ingredient picture. You need a little bit of water. If you're using food processor, you might not need water, but for my blender, I needed water. We need to blend it because do not blend with too much water, because if you blend with too much water, you might need to simmer it first. So in a pan goes in the oil. Add in the oil and just let the oil bleach a little bit. Not bleach until it changes color, but just to go a bit translucent in color, the way it is at the moment. So before you start adding any iru, whatever you want to add, make sure that the cooker is turned to the low, and you allow the oil to cool down a little bit. Otherwise, you will cause an accident to yourself as well to anybody around you. And make sure the windows are well ventilated. So in goes the iru, the crayfish, as well as the onion. This infused oil, you can just add in stock seasoning and use it in eating roasted yam. It is going to taste divinely, very divinely. You want to keep your eye on it because you don't want it to burn. Okay, so the next thing you do is add in the pepper. Like I said, if you blend with too much water, you will need to simmer it into a paste, but because I blend with so little water, the peppers could go in straight away. So you want to give it a good stir. Please do not add Maggi salt at this point. Just place the lid on, switch the cooker back up a bit, and let it simmer. So while this was cooking, I was preparing rice on the side. This is what it looks like after a few minutes. This sauce took about 30 to 35 minutes to cook. That is how quick it went. Remember, if you're using a narrow pot, it might take longer because narrow pot, the heat are not distributing evenly, but a wider pot, the heat is distributing evenly. And also, this pot I'm using, casserole dish, does actually hold a lot of heat, so everything went quick and fast. Then you add in your stock seasoning. I use stock powder. If you're using like Knorr or beef stock or whatever, you know, the ones in the cube, you might need about 6 of them, and maybe extra depending on how large your quantity of sauce you're cooking. So when I add the stock seasoning, that means the meat is about to go in anytime soon. I would say you should apply this method mostly when you're cooking sauces like this. You're cooking beans, because beans does get salty very quickly and very fast. So always leave salt till the end when you're cooking beans. You're cooking Ofada sauce, anything that you're going to simmer. The next thing goes in the meat. You can add any protein of your choice. You can use chicken. There's nothing telling you that you must use assorted meat. If you want to use only beef, use only beef. Use whatever you want in cooking. What matters is that you're giving it a try, you're tasting it, you're enjoying it, you're enjoying the cooking process, you're loving it. That is what is so much important. So you want to give it a good stir so that the seasoning can go into the meat and infuse the sauce, and then infuse the meat in the same process. I placed the lid on it, then came back a few more minutes, and everything was looking so delicious and so scrumptious. This is a perfect sauce for rice, for yam, for plantain, anything you want to eat it with. It is a perfect sauce. I added it in the eggs also. You do not need to add egg. Listen, it is optional. Even iru is optional. Crayfish is optional. You will still come out having delicious soup, because our forefathers, they weren't cooking with all these yummy ingredients we have now. So next thing, place the lid on. You don't want to cover it all the way because we want it to simmer and it to escape. Look at how beautiful and how gorgeous this sauce looks. Oh my God. Can you smell rice? I can smell rice. I don't know about you, but I could smell rice at this point, or preferably yam. Very lovely yam. that is well boiled, not with sugar, because you don't need sugar, you're sweet enough. So you just want to give it a good stir again. And you know what, at this point it was looking so good. Look at all that bubbling goodness. Is it time to say, if you really like it, is it really bubbling? Is it really bubbling? Excuse my singing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to like and to subscribe. Bye.